Hello, I'm John McLachlan, a composer from Dublin. I lived there for 42 years and of course I had my musical education in Trinity College Dublin and the two conservatories, and before that in fact St Patrick's Cathedral Choir School. I've since lived in Donegal for 19 years. My music has been performed in about 25 European countries and also in North and South America, in Africa, South Africa that is, Japan, Indonesia and New Zealand. My music is always concerned with the basics of how reasonably complex abstract music can be put together coherently in time for the listener, but without recourse to cliché or nostalgia. I'm not actually a fan of the word inspiration as such, but extra musical or outside ideas do often have a role to play as a guiding concept or a constant through the weeks of writing a single piece, something that you can return to during the course of the work. The piece featured in this Hard Rain concert was written in 2013, and that was the centenary of Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. So I started out by looking at the types of motifs that proliferate and indeed coexist in that piece. And it's a bit of a homage, therefore, to that amazing work, which many composers have pinpointed as a defining moment in their decision to become a composer. Aurora was the Roman goddess of the dawn, so that feeling or atmosphere feeds into the sound world of the piece. Well, unusually for me at the time that I was writing this, I took a sort of collage approach, where the focus is on the beauty of the individual sound or motivic element. And these are allowed to sort of collide and combine, expand or contract. And the process of writing actually becomes rather like writing fiction, where characters themselves often suggest to the writer, as it were, what they are likely to do next. The score draws technically from techniques of limited improvisation that are quite common in composition since the 1960s. The motifs can be extended and varied over time by repetition, varied repetition, which the performer creates on the spot, while the other performers come in with elements or motifs which can come and go and combine to build up a texture until the need arises for a sort of coordinated change, which could be a case where it's quite dramatic, relieving the tension, or just some other need for change. The harmonic organization in this kind of setup can in fact be quite tightly controlled, and at the same time you're giving the performers a more fulfilling sense of a creative role, or agency as we say these days, and that's more so than is often the case with strictly written out compositions. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to working with Hard Rain. First of all, obviously this particular score contains all these freedoms and therefore many different interpretations are possible, which will be great fun. Living in this part of the country, I've been able to go to many Hard Rain concerts and I've been deeply impressed by the individual virtuosity, the whole atmosphere of understanding contemporary art music. Their group commitment and dynamic has been tremendously enjoyable, and it's been a chance to hear the work of composers in this part of the island as well, and indeed they're just a vital part of the whole new music scene on the island.